Chernobyl.
This is going well.
Every episode is going to start the same way. We say the name of the thing
2 times, yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's just try that.
I think we got a cold open.
Welcome to another episode of Collard Commentary. Today we're talking about Chernobyl.
It's good to be with you, comrades.
Comrades, good to be with you.
Comrade.
So Chernobyl is an HBO show about the events of Chernobyl in the 1980s, and it's like a dramatized series that kind of depicts the characters and how they navigated the situation during that time. Tim, when did it take place?
April 26th, 1986.
How about that? Yeah. Cool. So in the series, we follow Professor Legasov primarily, and he has this opening scene where he talks about lies and the effect and cost of lies. It reminded me of a quote from Dostoevsky's book, it's not Crime and Punishment.
Brothers K.
Brothers K. Yep, the Brothers Karamazov. So in that book, there is a character, the elder Zosima, who says that above all else, avoid lying. And I think it's a really applicable thing for us, and something you can think about in this show is that lies are the enemy's tool. He wants us to believe in lies. He wants us to get away from the truth and to be weighed down by these lies.
There's a lot of lying in this movie. This is like, obviously Chernobyl happens as the Soviet Republic is starting to go on its downfall in the mid to late 80s. And it's all about protecting the state. And it extends throughout the entire saga of the Chernobyl episode, from downplaying at the beginning, saying it didn't happen, even as people are dying of this awful radiation poisoning, all the way to the very end. The robots don't work because they're lying about the robot. Just everything, there's lie after lie after lie to protect the state, to protect everything. And it hits its head in the end, and it's at the very end. Even they have this big trial to see whose fault it is. We need to blame someone, and even then, the main guy, Legasov, is pressured to lie to protect the state and pin the blame all on this one scientist instead of destroying the state. And there's a great line that he uses at the very end, Legasov. It's something to do with that every time we lie, we pay a debt to the truth, and sooner or later that debt has to be paid. And we can say like, oh, there's maybe not quite accurate, but there is something about the fact that the truth does come out. So whether it's through the healing that needs to be done from the enemy's lies, or through the idea that Jesus says this all the time, right? That the truth, what's said in the darkness will be shown in the light. What's said in whispers proclaimed from the rooftops. So the truth will come out, and no amount of state control is able to keep the lie from happening. We all know today what happened at Chernobyl.
Yeah, and John and Kevin touched on something just staggering to me, just like the layers, not just one lie.
Yeah.
It's these layers of lies and the multiple avenues of the people that are involved in this massive, just project in lying. And one of the most poignant points for me, I think it was episode 4, was the, Kevin already alluded to it, the West German police robot who's brought in to kind of clear off the debris from the top tier of the roof, the most radioactive material there. And within just seconds of putting it on the roof, the robot dies. And after Comrade Sherbina calls to the party headquarters, he finds out the party told them the propaganda number for how many radiation points called... I can't remember what they're called. Rotkins, yes.
Not great, not terrible.
2,000, not great, not terrible. They tell the world there's only 2,000 Rotkins coming out, but when in reality there was 12,000.
Yeah.
And the party knew that this was the case. And
right.
So the robot was destined to fail, even after they knew exactly what was happening, the full kind of breadth of the damage. They were still lying. It's just astounding.
Isn't that so interesting though, right? That they give them the wrong number, and this is the thing that they're trying to get to heal.
To save them.
Save it, right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So
it needs to happen.
When we do this, we usually present ourselves through the lies that we've believed about ourselves. We present the wrong information to the Lord, and then it's like, oh, why didn't I get healed? Well, you presented the wrong thing, so you can't actually get the healing, and you die almost instantly. It falls apart almost instantly. So it's like we need to recover a sense of bringing ourselves into the light, presenting the real truth.
And I think Sherbina is a great character to kind of see someone who's affected by the truth in the right way. He starts off as this central part of the state, that someone on Gorbachev's key council as the director of energy, the minister of energy, and he starts out very gruff. He threatens Legasov's life. He's trying to downplay it, and he sees through being at the site, seeing it firsthand, and being with Legasov and other scientists, what's actually happening, and he slowly becomes, not becomes a good man, but the truth affects him in a positive way, and he is the scene of when he finds out that the German robot isn't going to work, and they gave the propaganda. He destroys this phone, and he's like, we did it again. That we're destroying ourselves with these lies, and we can't stop it. Mm-hmm. We can't stop it at all.
Yeah, and at the end, he tells Legasov that you were a good man. You were the one that was supposed to be with me. Or I think Legasov tells him that. But either way, they come to this mutual understanding of the truth is the most important thing. That's what we come to through prayer, is learning how to come to the truth with another person, Jesus.
So Chernobyl, definitely recommend. It was just a great. It's short. It's five episodes, but it's very, very compelling. Tim, have you seen it 5 times?
I've seen it 5 times.
Yeah.
Gosh, you've seen it twice.
The aesthetics of just the cinematography, the detail, the technical detail of how an RBMK reactor works, the political drama and the human drama just make it an incredible story.
So that's another episode of Collard Commentary. We'll see you next time.